Hey there, girlfriend. Have you ever wondered if email marketing still works? Well, I'm here to answer that question for you in today's video. Hi, my name is Ingafay, and I'm a direct sales diva and confidence coach. And I am just super excited to share this information with you today about email marketing. What we're going to cover in this video is how email marketing can allow you to have ongoing follow up and what that will really do for your business. You'll be surprised, girlfriend, how this can affect your conversion rates. Secondly, we will be talking about conditional messaging, what that means, and how that will allow your customers to really choose the type of information they want to get from you. And last but definitely not least, I will share with you why email is so powerful because of the lack of the time constraint and tell you more about that and what that will mean for your business. So let's get into ongoing follow up. Now, I don't know about you, but I was raised doing the marketing the old school way in direct sales. And basically, what I was taught when I first started my direct sales business that we needed to make a list of our friends and family. And we were given a script that we would go through, it basically be telling people that we started something new, we're super excited about it, and we wanted to share this product or service with them by calling them every 3 days if they don't respond to you. Now, I don't know about you. I know when I did that, I felt very uncomfortable, very uneasy, not really sure how people were going to take what I was doing because I was doing something out of the norm. It was outside of the normal go to school, get your degree, get an education, work for XYZ company for 30 plus years and get your gold watch. That's the part that really hindered me. So I knew I was stepping out of the comfort zone and I really wasn't sure how the folks that I was interacting with were going to really take this new business venture that I decided to do. Can you feel me? I did it because I was told to do it and I was continue to do that until I got some kind of response from them. My mentor really broke down the importance of follow up with me. So I wanted to share that important breakdown with you. How many times you have to interact with a person to actually get them to respond to you. When we make the first contact, we're able to actually talk to 2% of the people that we actually interact with. The second contact then goes up to about 3% of the people that will be able to get sales or bookings. The third contact would then go up to 4% to either get a sale or a booking out of that. And when I say a booking, I'm specifically talking about setting up an appointment with someone so I could share my product or my service with them. And then after the fourth attempt, it would then go up to about 10% of the people that it would convert into a sale or a booking. My fifth attempt, that's when it would really jump up to about 81%. I would get a sale or a booking, or they would be like, girl, I'm really not interested. So it was a method behind the number of times that I actually interacted with. So it took up to 5 attempts for me to get 81% of the people to actually respond to me. Let's look at it from the point of view of the direct seller that's trying to sell the product or service to their people. 48% of the people in direct sales will make the first contact. 24% of the people would make the second contact before they give up. Then 12% of people would give up after making the third try. 6% of people would give up after making the fourth try. And then 10% of people would give up after making the fifth try. But you see, based on the numbers, that the number of attempts that you make, the higher percentage was with the people to actually interact with you. So if you stopped at 1 or 2 tries where only 3% of people are going to interact with you, you want to at least hold out to 5 so you'll have some kind of interaction with them so they can either tell you, no, I'm not interested. Yes, I am. I've just been really busy. So you want to keep up that mode of interaction to make sure that you give people enough time to actually interact with you and see that you're interacting. And I know that probably doesn't make sense to you for me to say to see that you're interacting, but people have a lot going on. They have a lot of distractions. And when you're calling them or texting them and they're not responding to you, one of two things are happening. They're really super busy or they're not interested. But for you to find out where they stand, you got to see it through. But the only thing that happened with this old school method is I made a list of people and I was expecting them to buy by convincing them to buy from me as a result of my desires and my wants. and not necessarily what their desires and wants are. It was basically almost like, because I'm in this business venture, I'm wanting you to support me to do that. Now, granted, you can do that at times, but you don't want to base your whole business on somebody supporting your business. You want people that are actually interested in your product or service that you provide, which leads me to the new school way of building a customer base is to build a list more so than make a list. So how do you build a list? Well, you're building a list by providing value to people that want your product or service. You don't have to convince them to buy from you. You don't have to convince them of the importance of your product and service. They already find value in what you provide. So it's more of a persuading them to buy what they want, more so than buying something that you want them to have. So it's a very different perspective to come from. You're just giving the information to them in a nurturing type of environment. So when they're ready to buy, that you are the person that they will buy from. You're building that know, like, and trust factor with them. And as a result of them knowing you, liking you, and trusting the information and the value that you provide, they're going to be more apt to buy from you than from someone else, because you all have somewhat of a relationship that you've developed over time. There's no creepy type follow-up with that person and you never hear from them. Email allows you an environment that gives you unlimited type of follow-up, so people can come to you when they're ready, but you're still providing them tons of value. Totally different from calling somebody or texting someone, because when you call or text somebody, you're deterring them for whatever they're doing at that particular moment in time. Email is more of a laid back type of environment where they're looking at it when they're actually able to look at it. And as a result of that, you're able to provide information and value to your potential clients, your prospects, as well as your team members on a consistent basis that keeps you first in mind when it comes to different activities. You're always in their mind from a casual point of view and not just upfront in their face from a call or a text. So it's a little bit of different environment. So I'm curious, are you doing more of the old school type of marketing where you're making a list of people, or are you doing more of the new school type of marketing and building a list of people that want what you provide via your service or your products? Comment below and let us know what you're doing. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk to you about is conditional messaging. And I'm sure that you are probably thinking, well, what is conditional messaging? It's basically providing messaging that people want to have in their inbox. So this is how it works. I'll use myself as an example. I have two tribes of people that I serve. I have my skincare and color cosmetics folks that I provide value through my beauty business. And then I also have my confidence coaching business where I help other entrepreneurs build their businesses to the level that they desire them to be, and help them grow into the person they're destined to become. So these are two different types of tribes that I serve right now in my business. I realize that I want to give people information that they're interested in. So what I initially did was I sent out a survey to everybody on my list to find out they wanted both sides of information or if they just wanted one or the other. Now, I had some of my folks from my beauty business say that they just wanted business stuff. And then I had some people from my coaching side of my business say they just wanted beauty stuff. Now, granted, I would not have known that if I didn't ask. But then I had some people that said, oh, Inga, we want both. So now with that information that I have, I am able to send out messages that people actually want. But the thing about it was I didn't have everybody participate in that survey. And of course, I didn't expect everyone to participate. So what I did for those that did not fill out the survey, I actually have a conditional opt-out link at the bottom of every email that I send. If I'm sending an email out to my coaching tribe, I call it the entrepreneur newsletter email. That entrepreneur newsletter email I send out to them, and I give them the option that they can unsubscribe from that email, or they can unsubscribe completely from everything that I provide. So then they're able to choose what type of preferences that they want, in spite of them not filling out the survey that I sent out to them before. I do that same thing from my beauty newsletter. I give them an opportunity to opt out of the beauty newsletter, but then I also give them the opportunity to unsubscribe from the whole list. And that way I can and make sure that I tailor my information to their needs. And I know more people are going to stay on my list because I've given them the opportunity to tell me what they want, even if they didn't participate in the survey that I had initially. So you can do those kind of things too. And your customers, your prospects, and even your team members, the things that they are interested in and finding out more about without you losing them on your list. Because the whole point of us building a list is to develop a tribe of raving fans that when we have some kind of promotion, that we're actually going to be able to send it out to them. And instead of just talking to one person at a time, we'll be able to send messaging out to maybe 1,000 or more people at one time. And then they decide to buy, because everybody's not. It will be something that can be quickly done just by sending out an email. You'll send out one email and talk to thousands of people in minutes, more so than manually texting or manually calling someone in the same time frame. And then do it in a kind of nonchalant way that's not really in their face and distracting them from whatever they're doing in their everyday life, that they can leisurely actually look at the information that you provide when they have an opportunity to look at your information and when it's convenient for them, because that's when most people read their email. So before we go on to the no time restraint that comes with email, I wanted to remind you to subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading videos every Thursday for your viewing pleasure. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a beat. So let's talk about the no time restraint with email. I love this because you can send an email at 6 a.m. in the morning, or you can send an email at 10 p.m. at night. And because, like we have talked about already, email is not an in-your-face type of message. It's just kind of, you look at it when you get to it type of thing. It allows you to still send out information. So you can send out emails, depending on what you're doing, maybe 3 or 4 times a day. And it's not going to be perceived like it would be if you were to call somebody 3 or 4 times a day. You can continuously interact with people on a regular basis without worrying about what time you're contacting them or if you're disturbing them. Emails can be duplicatable. So something that you're sending out to your customers, you can add your team members to that email and recommend or suggest to them, and they could use that same email for their customers too. Your team members or your personal recruits don't have to figure out what kind of promotions or those kind of things on their own. They can just replicate what you're already doing and do the same thing, or even modify something that you're doing. Maybe you're doing more of a discount that they're willing to give, so they can reduce the discount but still use the email and just replace the information with their information. So it makes it really seamless when it comes to transferring information over to your team members. And then of course, email is free. So if you're looking for more proven strategies on how to bring your direct sales or network marketing business to a top earner success level, you probably would love the interview series. If you want to know the details about this series, click on the link and get all the details. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.